Hey everybody, hope you had a great day today and that something else amazing happens to you today because you are amazing. I'm driving home. It's like 7:30. I almost forgot to get on here and say hey and encourage everybody today. I'm driving home from doing, guess what? Yep, a spot of fishing. I went over to Blotnick Park here in wherever this is, Niskuna. It's a little puddle of a pond and I know there's fish in there. And guess what? I caught nothing. Which hardly ever happens to me. I rarely go out fishing and get skunked or catch nothing, but today was one of those days where I caught a big old goose egg, a fat nothing, a whole bunch of no fish, not even a bite, and it was really insane. And it's funny, when I pulled up here, there was a few kids there fishing and kind of scattered around this pond, and a guy fishing on the other side, and they were leaving, and they were yelled across me, hey, good luck. I said, hey, thanks. And I said, you get any? And they were like, no, I didn't get any. I said, but that guy over there is catching everything. And so there's one older guy out there that had caught 10, he said, and he had caught them on these little spinner baits, and he said, he's shouting to me, he said, hey, yeah, you know, these guys over here, they were throwing everything and they were mad because they weren't catching everything. Every lure they had, they were throwing. And this guy over here, he was throwing this little spinner bait, but what I noticed is these guys never got out the little spinner bait. This guy was catching the fish. He had caught 10, they had caught none, and didn't bother to switch up their bait, which is really interesting to me. And so that was funny to me, but also as I was going, realizing, wow, I didn't catch anything. And I was switching, and I put on my spinner bait, and I put on a worm, and I put on a different spinner bait, and I put on a little crayfish, all these different little lures to try and get a bite, and I got nothing. But here's what I did do. Every single cast, from the time I got there to the time I said last cast, because you got to know when to say last cast, I expected to catch a fish. And I didn't catch any. But my expectation was way up here that at some point at one of these casts, I'm going to catch a fish. And that is a big part of having a great day, of having a great marriage, of having great relationships, of building great businesses, of being good at your job, and of catching fish, is where you are holding your expectations. So I want to encourage you that no matter what you're doing, to hold your expectations high. And sometimes you don't hit right at your expectation, and that's okay. But the one thing that we are in charge of is where we hang and hold our expectations from the start of a process to the end of the process until we call last cast. So hold your expectations high, expect great things to happen in you, through you, and around you, and you will have more awesome days than you have days that aren't. So I hope that helps you. Get out there, max out your situation, gain yards in all you do, and please take care of your mindset. Love you. Peace.